Hello, my marvellous sausages. It's dawning on me that it's the dawning, but it's not in the morning. For me, it starts in the afternoon. Yes, this year's dawning has some nice tweaks to it, which will make it all the more interesting than previous years. But first of all, let's have a little look at how it all works. Firstly, we have our cookie baking tasks. You grab an oven from Granny Madwoman Eva and bake your biscuits in there with the ingredients and some dawning essence that you can collect from doing various malarkeys and bounties. That's not the chocolate bars. You can then give these to various different characters in the solar system and you can collect your rewards. Now there are upgrades that you can buy too. Now for this you need Dawning Spirit. Now this is different to the essence that you get for making the cookies, and you get the Dawning Spirit from completing event card challenges, activating boons of friendship, and of course delivering the baked sugary delights. Now the upgrades include, there's bonus event rewards, there's the ability to earn dawning weapons with additional perks from Bonkers Granny Eva, increased power and utility for your Stasis snowballs, and also weapon focusing that allows for targeted weapon drops. Now talking about the Stasis snowballs, they're back this year, obvs, but you can create a pile of throwable snowballs when you use dawning weapons. It also says using abilities as well. So make a kill with dawning weapons and you have a pile of Stasis snowballs where they died so you can pick up and bung at one another, which could be a good laugh. Now for Festival of the Lost, if you cast your mind back, for me the best thing about it was the new memento. There was that black memento. Well, the dawning has got its own exclusive memento. Brand new for this year, looks very nice. It's kind of a icicle glowy blue kind of affair, and I've only got this one picture to show you at the moment, but I bet you it's going to go very, very well on some weapons. Now you get your first copy of it in the same way that you did with Festival of the Lost. You complete a quest that Granny Eva will give you. The quest is called Winter Night. I bet you that's the name of it as well. And then further copies of the memento have a chance to drop from a gift in return. Now the gift in return is what you get when you give cookies to people. So you bake your cookies, give them to Zavala or whoever, and then he'll give you a gift in return. It's not every single time. I believe it's a random amount of times that you get one back, but you can get the memento drop from those boxes when you open them up. So hopefully we'll be awash with these lovely new mementos. Now the new weapon for this year's dawning is called the Albedo Wing, and it's a glaive. It's aggressive frame, and it does have quite a lot of nice perk combos with it. And something that Bungie have mentioned, which is pretty nifty, it runs with beacon rounds, which is one of the new traits. Now beacon rounds, final blows of this weapon grant your projectiles tracking, so your glaive shots will be tracking towards gits, like the new rocket sidearm. That's the only other place these beacon rounds are available. So it does have some nice looking perk combos here. So have a quick look at the end two columns, because it's good to see that. We've got close to melee, so glaive projectile, final blows improve glaive melee damage. We've also got high impact frame, attrition orbs, which creates orbs of power after sustained damage. Then we've got deconstruct, which means it grants bonus damage against vehicles, and constructs. That stuff, constructs means anything created on the battlefield, like barriers and things like that. You've got lead from gold, demolitionist, and golden tricorn in the end column. And then have a look at the last one. So we've got field prep and clown cartridge. Keep away, immovable object dealing range damage, grants increased weapon energy while you're stationary with your shield raised. Replenishing Aegis, blocking damage, partially reloads the weapon. That's pretty cool. There's the beacon rounds, and there's the grave robber as well. So it's looking very, very nice. Now, as well as the new glaive, we've got a complete rework of the existing dawning weapons too. So let's have a little look at them in order. There's only 3 of them. We've got the Stay Frosty, which is the Stasis pulse, which is in your kinetic slot. Now, there's been a bit of a rejig here. So what we've got here, in addition to our normal perks, we've lost a few and we've gained a few. So what we basically got here is collective action and attrition orbs in the end column here. They weren't present in the previous versions of Stay Frosty. We've lost Encore and Well-Rounded, and we've gained, what's this one? And we've gained Enlightened Action and Heating Up as well. Now the god roll for this one last time was Desperado, Killing Wind, Ricochet Rounds, and also Arrowhead Break. And you can still get most of that, but the only one that's disappeared is Ricochet Rounds. So we don't know what's going to be in its place. Look, it's not there any longer. The next one is the Cold Front Submachine Gun. This is just plain old kinetic. Now, we've gained in here, I mentioned before, before, we've gained the deconstruct perk and the attrition orbs in the final column, but we've lost thresh and gut shot straight. No big loss there. In the second column, we've gained rewind rounds, which might be nice, and enlightened action, and they've replaced air assault and slick draw. And the god roll for the Kroll front last time was frenzy, subsistence, accurized rounds, and corkscrew rifling. And you can get this god roll this time, except you can't get corkscrew rifling. That's been dropped from the first column. Now for the sword, the Zephyr, Bungie have mentioned to keep an eye out for the cold steel perk, which is that one here, because that'll slow targets on impact. But they've also added into the final column, we've got attrition orbs and collective action once again, but we've lost on guard, and we've also lost assassin's blade from that column. In the last but one column, there's only been one change here, and we've gained adaptive munitions, but we've lost thresh. Where's thresh? There it is. Now the god roll for the Zephyr last time was cold steel, relentless strikes, we got balance guard, and we've got jagged edge as well. It'll probably stay the same, I'd imagine. Now for the avalanche machine gun, which is the final weapon, we've lost a couple of mods from this final slot. So we've gained one for all, and we've lost swashbuckler and tap the trigger. I call that swashbuckler then. And in the last but one column, we've actually gained 3 and lost 2. So the ones that we've gained in this column is stats for all, rewind rounds, which could be very nice indeed, and under over. And we lost shot swap, or swap shop, try saying that when you've had a few sherbets, and encore as well. So it does leave us with the last year's god roll was incandescent, autoloading holster, ricochet rounds, and arrowhead break. And the only trait that we don't have for that one this year is the ricochet rounds. They've disappeared again. So we'll have to see what the new god roll will be, but I'm sure it'll be pretty similar. Now, I'm going to be going over all the new Dawning stuff that's coming tomorrow in the reset video, over all the Eververse stuff and everything that you can get. But I wanted to bring your attention to this, the Starfarer 7M ship. You've probably already earned it, but if you haven't, you can purchase it from Eva when the Dawning actually starts. But there's 2 cool reasons why I want you to pick this up. First of all, you've got this. It's called Spirit of the Season. You've got a chance to get Dawning Spirit whenever you find a Dawning ingredient, which is really, really handy, because that means you can have more stuff to spend with Eva buying your upgrades, because that's what the Spirit is for. Essence is for doing the cookies. And the other thing that's pretty cool, look, you can change the colour of your engine. You can have a mint engine, a cocoa engine, or a rose engine as well, which I thought was quite nice. Now, there is one other vehicle that does give you a little bit extra here. It's called the Dawning Cheer Sparrow. And if you look at it here, it's got Dawning Dare. Landing a trick while riding Dawning Cheer will spawn multiple glimmer presents. And this perk is available only during the Dawning. But not only that, boosting will also give you Dawning Glimmer Malarkeys as well. So that's pretty cool. Little trick there, the Dawning Cheer Sparrow. I'm going to be using it all through the happy season. So that's a nice handy breakdown there of all the new perks on the weapons. I'm definitely going to be looking for a Stay Frosty. I think, and in fact, I'm definitely going for that Glaive as well. Particularly if you're a Warlock and you've been using the Karnstein armlets. I'm going to be doing a little video about that. They are excellent for survivability, and they work particularly well with Glaives. So that's what I'm going to be going for this Dawning. Let me know in the comments what you think you're going to be going for. I'd love to find out what it is. And don't forget as well, I've got my Dawning reset video coming on Tuesday. We've also got a tips, tricks and secrets video coming, no doubt too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage out.